Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me for the chart read. A little late getting it up, but it's still ahead of the schedule. It's going to be a couple days from now. I'm recording this on the Friday the 24th, and it's going to be Saturday the 26th at noon-ish, 11:56 a.m. Eastern. Times will vary. Yeah, so it's the full moon in Pisces, and the moon and the Pisces energy are similar. You know, they're both psychic, spiritual, cosmic, feminine, subconscious mind, dreams. You know, there's a lot of similarity in vibration to the energy of the moon and the energy of the Pisces nature, Piscean or Neptune nature, which is the same pretty much. And it always comes, it always comes in September usually, but it comes in the time of Virgo because it's going to be opposed to Virgo every year. And it comes at the time of these seasonal changes, these ingresses, these equinox, which, by the way, I am offering those charts for a limited time if you want to get that done. I'll talk about it a little bit later, but it's like there's this, I don't know what to buy, how to verbalize it. It's sort of like there's this nostalgic, the summer, in the northern hemisphere, the summer's gone and we're moving into fall, and there's this energy, there's this definite energy. And in the southern hemisphere, of course, it's spring, but as the seasons change, there is this almost, I'm hearing for days gone by or days gone past. And both, definitely Pisces and Neptune rule the past because they are the 12th house ruler. But it's kind of like this, just this mystical, but yet almost mournfulness to it, this changing, because after Pisces comes Aries too, so there's like this changing of the guards, but changing of the seasons, changing of the vibe, the energy, graduating to the next thing or the next cycle, moving on to the next cycle. And they're showing me like a kiss goodbye before you go, or it could be like kiss my kiss your ass goodbye or whatever, I don't know. But anyways, the first thing I notice is there's a grand trine in Earth at this time involving the sun and the moon. It's all here. The sun opposed the moon, of course, is the full moon, 3 degrees. But the sun is lined up for a grand trine in Earth. We've got the sun and Saturn and Uranus. So this could be very industrious in the Earth signs, and with Saturn at the top of the heap up here, and in its own, Saturn's empowered in its own, in the sign of Capricorn, because that's its own rulership and everything. But there's this like structure, so we've got this whimsy, we've got this other energy with the Pisces moon stuff, but yet we have this structure, like we're gonna have structural things happen. We're gonna build foundations, we're gonna reinforce the foundation or whatever. And of course the grand trine is always like a pyramid too. But it's strength, especially in the earth signs. It's fortitude, strength, foundations, So there's this other end of it that is this, pretty much the exact opposite of it all, the other one. Pretty much the exact opposite. It's strength, not strength versus weakness, but strength versus gentleness. The 3D world versus the world of dreams and imagination. But they're working in harmony with each other for the most part, because water and earth are compatible, they're harmonious. Water feeds earth. So the imagination, the psychic, the psyche feeds, the flow comes, and then we bring to the 3D some sort of like solid foundational type of thing. Could be. What else is happening? There's a bunch of squares. We've got Mercury square Jupiter. Mercury with the south, it's not really with the south node anymore. Mercury square Jupiter in Leo and Scorpio. You know, when I first see this, I think of a Leo and Scorpio interacting, you know, and Mercury. You know, sometimes a Leo is so, energy is so upbeat, and I'm hearing delightful. Okay. Yeah, it's delightful. But it's so, I'm feeling like you could say something in fun or joke, and somebody could be stewing about it. You know, somebody could be sitting there in resentment and stewing about it, and like, what do you mean by that? You know, like there could be this sort of, things could get taken the wrong way, or with Jupiter kind of blown out of proportion even, you know. Some small little thing, that mercurial thing that was said or, you know, happened, and, you know, it gets blown out of proportion into this, and resentment. I'm feeling like it could be resentment. Hopefully it wouldn't be. I mean, there's other ways that this could go down, or this could happen, you know. The idea could be expounded upon, the initial spark, because this feels like just this little thing, like some little thing you said, or this initial spark of an idea, just this little lighthearted thing. So this little lighthearted thing could turn into a lot more, for good or for ill. Could go either way. Hopefully it's for good. Hopefully it's to expand and make it more, and, you know, we still got this yod going on with the Pluto and Neptune down here with the Mercury. Okay, so what else is happening? Venus is squaring Pluto. Anything else with the Mercury or the Jupiter? Jupiter's trining Neptune. That's been going on. It's a long time. That's just enhancing that dream energy, that dream type of energy, that magical mysticism, you know, all that kind of thing. We've got Venus square Pluto. That's pretty big. That's exact, pretty much. Well, you could fall in love. I might have said this before. Did I talk about this before? Either I talked about it before, or I was talking about it in somebody's chart, but I've talked about it recently. But, you know, Venus and Pluto is, you know, you fall madly in love all of a sudden, could be. You know, somebody just comes in and changes your life forever, you know. But with the sign of Capricorn, and Venus and Pluto together also are money and finance too. And Venus and Pluto with the Capricorn energy could be, you know, industrious again. You know, that's that Saturn Capricorn energy. Building, money, industry, you know. Something could come along in the sign of Venus with Libra that would be, you know, a partnership. Somebody could want to invest in your idea. I think I talked about this before. It's singing. I definitely have. That's sounding really familiar. But it could be a time to partner up with some kind of big money thing, or something that could turn into, you know, a big life-changing thing for the good, you know, and possibly involve money and finance for everybody. Mars square Uranus. Mars square Uranus is kind of, that's an energy that's so volatile. And that's not even all the way in there. And Lilith is squaring Uranus too. That sense people can just go off unexpectedly. You know, you better be careful what we say here. Because I get the feeling like some people, you might say something that's just so, like a joke, or you mean nothing by it, and all of a sudden, what did you say? Or, you know, some kind of big thing could get blown out of proportion. And then with Mars Uranus, people could fly off the handle too, you know. Mars Uranus is a volatile energy. It's people getting angry really quickly. People, like I'm feeling like with Mercury here too, like it could be, you know, road rage, and people jumping out of their cars and that kind of thing, you know, or accident, you know, or just this feels like a lot of anger welling up to me. This feels like people who are just angry, and just the slightest little thing could just tick them off, which is very different from the Pisces and Moon energy, but it's still happening, you know, it's definitely happening. And then we have Uranus square the node. That's been going on. Yeah, the nodes in here's the nodes, and it's squared off with Uranus and a T-square. That's been going on here. You know, I think that there's really a lot of timeline jumping happening, man. I don't know. It just feels that way. Just feels like a lot of timeline jumping. You know, and I've been getting vertigo, which, you know, it happens off and on, but so many people I know have been getting vertigo. Everybody I mention it to is like, yeah, I've been getting it too, I've been getting it too. And you get those sudden onsets of vertigo that just kind of last for a couple minutes or something. And then you have the, you know, the longer lasting kind. But this came to me because the nodes is all about the destiny and everything, and our life path, and it could be the timeline you're on for sure. And with the node, I wonder if when you get a bout of vertigo, if you haven't changed timelines, like and you just feel that little jolt or that little, you know, that little change or something like that. So I don't know. I mean, that's something that just came to me. I wonder what you guys think with it. But with Uranus energy in the South Node Aquarius, it absolutely could be. You know, I had a weird one the other day. The keys. I have my keys. I have two keys. I have the key to the outside door and the key to the inside door, and I have them painted with nail polish, so I know they look just the same. So I paint the lock and I paint the key with nail polish, so I can quickly find the right key. You know. And I was sure that the pink key was the outside door. I mean, I was sure. And it just felt so wrong. The other key was the outside door. And I was like fighting with that. I'm going, this is some weird stuff here, man. Like something's happened. And then the next day, the pink key, I'm not going to tell you the other color, it doesn't really matter, but it was the other color. And then the next day, the pink key was the outdoor, or whatever it was. It went back to what I thought it was, but for one day it was off. So that was crazy, because those have been painted for years and years, you know. And if they start fading, I just paint them a little darker every few years or so. But so that's been the same color, you know. That was one that just really flipped me out as far as like timelines and stuff go. It's like, wow. That's just, and it is those little things, you know. It's almost like, you know, the Matrix, you know, there's a little mistake in the Matrix or something, you know. The black cat moves past you twice, so it must be, you know, there's a glitch in the Matrix, you know. And you could almost think of like jumping timelines as like a glitch in the Matrix or something. But I guess I jumped back or something, because now the key color is right again. Yeah, I don't know, but see, a lot of people have been getting that. And somebody said, you know, okay, well, in the Northern Hemisphere here, it's the time of year where you get allergies, and that can trigger sinus and this and that. So, yeah, maybe that's true. So maybe that's why a lot of people are getting it. But maybe, you know, maybe it's not. Maybe there's some other stuff going on too. There's always an explanation. There's always a way to explain it away, you know, from a logical Virgo type scientific mind. But then there's also the underlying, you know, that you know what it really is. Okay, so what else do we have going on in this chart here? Anything? I'm not spotting anything. Yeah, I'm just not spotting anything. I'm sorry, I'm not quite, you know, that into it. I feel like I have to do it today, like I'm rushed because it's getting close to the time. Usually I get off on more of a psychic tangent, but not a whole lot is really coming forward for me, you know. One of the things that I'm seeing here with this Lilith on the South Node, and then the North Node being in Leo for not much longer, it's going to be changing soon. I'm having a nodal return, see, too. I always forget to even think about or look at my own chart. Yeah, it's going to actually change in November. It's going to be changing into November 7th. It'll change into Cancer on or around that time. So we only have like a couple more months of this node in South Node in Aquarius and North Node in Leo. And Lilith has joined the South Node for its last little burst of transit here, this last little, you know, journey before it changes signs. Lilith is all about this self-empowerment stuff, you know, trying to self-empower, trying to, you know, stand up for yourself. And let me write something down. And Lilith in Leo, or I mean, the sign of Leo is that way. You know, the king, the Leo king. the queen, you know, so it's the king of the jungle. So this is that energy of emboldenment, but also like not being so, when you look at the South Node, you think of the past. And you think of, in the past, this could be about how we have not stood up for ourselves, how we've not demanded respect. And there's a difference between demanding respect and being arrogant, you know. But Lilith, you know, she really held her ground against all the onslaught of everything that was, you know, coming at her and was so negative and everything. You know, they sold her children, they did all this stuff for her, they banished her, they killed her children, and yet she still refused to succumb, you know. And Leo is, you know, Leo's the ego, and it is very much, and it can get to the point of overinflation, of course, but it also, you know, it can get to having pride in yourself, self-esteem, self-worth. So these could be things that we might be kind of working on in these last little phase of this Leo Aquarius axis of the nodes before it shifts into the next phase here. Something to think about, something to chew on. How have you not stood up for yourself in the past? How could you have stood up for yourself better? How could you not let somebody walk over you? But still using the positive side of the Leo vibration with grace and class and grace and integrity. Not in being an obnoxious asshole, you know, in that way, you know. Or breaking out into some fight in the street or some stupid crap like that, you know. But with, while still maintaining your grace, your integrity, your dignity in a dignified manner, you know. So that's something that to think about or chew on, or that might kind of be coming into focus here as these nodes are winding down through these signs here. Okay, anything else like with the asteroids that I'm missing? We got the Juno at 22. Nothing that I'm spotting. Squaring off with the other, these two are squaring off together. We've got Juno and Pallas squaring off together. See, again, I just feel like a cat fight or something. I feel people are going to be real, you know, there could be a vibe of that, you know. Well, I guess, again, it depends on how you use the energy. Mars Uranus, you could push yourself to a new height, but don't push yourself to hurting yourself either. But like, you could really work and really accomplish a lot more than you thought. You could surprise yourself, like go to a new level, you know, access a new level that you, like, you could say, like, I just want to, just trying to get here, and then, you know, you push, do that little extra push and surprise you're in this new level. Like you surprise yourself that you were able to do it. But also you could be like, surprised I broke my arm or something if you're trying to like push, you know, physical, you know, too hard, push too hard. But, you know, Mars Uranus, you know, I'm trying to think of a positive way to use it, if anybody has any answers to that. To me, I just feel like tumultuous energy, you know, and I'm hearing fractal, maybe that's why I said broken arm. Alright, so, I mean, I'm sorry I'm not getting the chart. We did go over a few things, and I hope I helped you out on that, but let's do a quick look at my chart, my page. You want to order anything, the readings that are available are going to be these new readings about your chart. It is a bi-wheel, and of course it's not there. Let me see if I could pull it up. I thought I had it. I did have it, but it's not showing up now. Great. Well, most of you watching this probably know what a bi-wheel is anyway. It's two charts within one. I downloaded one, and it was on the screen. I don't know where it went. Maybe we jumped timelines again. I mean, maybe, who knows. But anyways, it's other readings here. It's a limited time through the Libra equinox. Your chart comparison to the transits, and it's psychic. And on those, I don't sit down to do them until I'm really in the zone. That's the benefit of having the video readings rather than an appointment. I'm kind of not in the zone so much today. I mean, I think I gave you some good information, but it happens like that. The art is these personalized from your chart, which are really cool. I don't have those pulled up either. You can either get the glyph or the one that is the collage with all the layers of imagery and using your chart in the art itself. I've got all the t-shirts. I forgot to mention last time, I have every single sun and moon sign t-shirt is up there. So no matter, all 12 of them are. If you're Pisces sun, there's 12 different moons, and it goes, I have 144 shirts up with every single sun and moon combination. And it has like the glyph in it and the whole thing. It's kind of cute. So if you want to check that out. So here it is, the Pisces full moon. The first thing that grabs me about the Pisces full moon again is the dreamy, the spiritual, the magical. It could be very, very magical for sure. I think I'm gonna try to be near some water or something at that moment and do some contemplation and meditation and kind of get in that zone, because you could get some really strong spiritual insights and definitely the dreams. I've been having crazy dreams the last few nights too, and so dreams could be leading up to this, especially as we move in. When does the moon? It's going to be that day when the moon goes in Pisces, yeah. But it'll stay in. I think it's going to stay in for another day or two. Yeah, it'll be in Monday. It won't move into Aries, so you'll still have the vibe of this Pisces energy through Monday the 27th, and then Tuesday the 28th at 12:35 p.m. Eastern, so about 12:30 right after noon. On Tuesday is when on Eastern time is when it moves into Aries. So you still have all of Sunday and Monday to kind of bask in it or kind of vibe in that Pisces moon energy. And I really like that vibe, because I'm very watery myself, and I have Jupiter in Pisces, so I really like the Pisces moon energy. Some people don't. If you really have a lot of fire and air in your chart, like, wow, when's this gonna, you might feel brain fog, or if you don't go with the flow or kind of let it happen, you might feel some brain fog, or it's not a good time to start doing a bunch of mental stuff. And there'll be plenty of time for that as we have our Sun in Virgo for the next, few weeks here. So there'll be plenty of time to get down to brass tacks, I'm hearing, or brass tactics, I forget which way you say it, and, get things done. But you're better off just kind of letting it flow over you, letting the dream arise is what I'm hearing. Let the dream arise. Ooh, I like that. Okay, that's a good place to leave it. All right, everybody, sorry I'm late getting it up, and maybe it wasn't my best work, but hopefully there was a few good little nuggets in there for you. Thanks for tuning in. If you want to order that equinox chart, I'll be doing those till September, until a little bit after, the end of September probably, so you can get in on that, or t-shirts, or other readings and whatever. Check out my chart, I keep saying my chart, my site. Hit subscribe if you want to keep track if you can't find my videos, and the eye in the sky and the links below will show you how to get to my website and all the good stuff that I have. Thanks everyone for supporting me and this channel. Remember, you're love and beauty incarnate. Have a great full moon in Pisces. Until next time.